So your wife said you look good this morning?
She said my hair looks good this morning.
Is that it?
She said I look
like
trimmer.
a person?
Look trimmer.
Yeah.
Did it lead to anything?
I picked him up before anything could happen.
Damn it, Sean!
Premature.
Right before the kids.
Yeah. Is that what you call it being in your house?
Sean, nice job.
It's like, damn it, Sean. I was just about to.
Yeah. All right. Okay, guys. Today is episode 6.
Six.
Today is Warrior episode number 6, and we have our special guest on, Fraser.
Welcome back, guys.
And our topic today is what's called kind of warrior strength. I think that's kind of a good way of describing it. And kind of preface that a little bit is that a lot of us have different backgrounds and passions for martial arts, strength training, and a lot of us have the passions combined. And me personally, I think it's very important that, to be a complete warrior, you kind of need to have the ability to fight, defend yourself, but the ability to be a strong beast too. So Oz, I'll let you kind of introduce yourself, but Oz has a strong background in PT, as well as doing a lot of gymnastic strength training lately. We'll get into that. Myself, I have a strongman background as well as general lifting, kettlebell, sandbag, TRX type of stuff, as well as general barbell. And Justin is kind of the all-around strongman beast of the group and head trainer at the Jiu-Jitsu Strength Academy. Sean just has great hair, and he's been
F0, that's lean.
Sean is talking a lot about training with us and getting more involved in the strength training aspect of what we do, because he's been a lifelong martial artist, but now kind of getting interested in the other side of things.
I would do some lifting, just going to the gym. That was just to keep the martial arts training. Kind of like Vlad said before, it was just like, you do that to complement the other.
Right.
But the gym that I was going to closed down, and then I went to some other places, and I was like, it wasn't the same. And
we'll kind of piggyback off that. I think you need to have the modern gym. I mean, I don't know how people work out there, because it just seems like
all machines, no free weights.
Oh yeah, and just weird.
Never happened to just picking heavy shit up. I
don't know. That's literally why I kind of explain to all the new clients here. Like, literally, that's why this place exists, because I wanted to pick up heavy shit.
Yes.
Have fun while I lift, complement what we do over there, but not deal with the bullshit and mediocrity. Is that mediocrity?
Yeah, that works.
All right, good.
It's kind of like with food. Like, people were eating whole, healthy foods all throughout our history as a species,
right?
And then we suddenly started deciding that we need to manufacture our foods, and we went away from that primal nature of our foods, and then it's starting to come back. Science is now discovering that what we were doing all along was actually what was better for us.
Right.
I think the same thing is happening with strength training and fitness, is that
you see
primal forms of fitness have always been the most effective. We kind of went away from that for a while, and now I think it's starting to circle back, or at least I hope so, because that is the most effective.
And you probably think like the most primal form of fitness and strength training was picking up a big ass rock and moving that around. You know what I mean? I mean, you get pretty fucking strong doing that. If you only had to do one thing, I think picking rocks up, moving them, throwing them, whatever, you're gonna get. Like, what's the old I forget the Scotland game, or the Highland games. Yeah, so it's like it's stone,
logs,
caber, sheaf toss, which is like a pitchfork with a bale of hay on the end of it. I mean, it's kind of pretty primal. Wait for height, which is basically just a big metal block with a handle on it that you throw over a bar.
Okay, yeah.
What else is it? I think there's a stone shot put kind of throw. I'm not sure all the events. Sometimes they actually integrate some strongman stuff too. So sometimes they do like a log press or like a farmer's or something like that
so
too.
Do they vary it up? I thought it was only one set.
It depends. Sometimes they have like combo kind of competitions, but mostly if it's like an official Highland Games, they stick to the main events that they usually do.
Have you ever done one of those?
I have not. I would love to do one of those. It's very cool looking. All the events are very cool. Plus, you get to wear a fucking kilt.
I would say you get to wear a kilt. And that's, I mean, a man in a dress is just about as sexy as it gets.
You can't really wear anything.
I'll go too far.
It's like
we put Gary in a dress.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gary. Speaking of strongman, how many competitions have you done now?
I'd it's got to be 40-ish.
40 competitions.
Somewhere in that range.
Really? That's a
I've been
lot.
competing for almost 10 years. 2007 was the first show that I did. And for the first 5 or 6, I was doing at least 5 shows a year, if not more.
Wow.
So yeah, I've done quite a few. Mostly local. I mean, I haven't done a ton of traveling. I've only been able to afford to go to nationals once, which was in Tunica, Mississippi. I think it was 2011. So other than that, it's been mostly local, something I could drive to within 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it. I fucking love competing.
That's your thing.
Yeah.
So, for you guys who don't know, Justin is our head strength coach at Jiu-Jitsu Strength Academy, as well as now working with Soul Fighter Academy and just putting up a new Warrior Strong program. We'll talk about in a second. But what I love about Justin is that his absolute passion for strength training. I mean, you're here at 6 o'clock in the morning sometimes, training by yourself. If you guys ever see Justin train, go to our YouTube channel, Soul Fighter Academy, and you can see all Justin's workouts and all the crazy shit he does. I mean, he's just absolutely passionate about what he does. Just does it just to love it, just to be a warrior through it. So I kind of want to pick your brain and like,
sure.
What makes you train? Like, what makes you? Because I get up early, 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. That's fine, but the thought of training without copious amounts of coffee and kind of get my brain working again it's impressive. I guess impressive. I know it's your routine, but like, what makes you do? What inspires you about strength training? Why do you do it?
I just to be the best me that I can be. I love. Ever since I first started lifting, I've always just wanted to get better. That's just what I want to do. You know what I mean? And at this point in the way my schedule is, that's the only time I can do it. So I know that if I don't do it early in the morning, that it's not going to get done. I can't go through the day without knowing that it's going to
morning training.
Yeah, I love it.
Get it done in the morning, and then your whole rest of your day is awesome.
Your day is awesome. You feel great after that, and you accomplished a big part of something that you want to do for the day. You know what I mean? So you feel accomplished after that. At least I do.
So you like strength training, you like lifting, you like lifting other things. Why? What does it make you feel something? Does it what is it? Yes, it challenges you and you want to get better at it, but why strength training? Why not Zumba? Why not chess? Why not, I don't know, what inspires you about strength training?
It's just especially the strongman stuff, just picking up weird shit, stones. It's just, that's just what I love. I just love to do it.
I'm trying to prep you, prime you to say it's primal. It makes me feel like a warrior.
It's primal. It makes me feel like a
primal
warrior.
he doesn't even know.
I know. Yeah. He's like, I just fucking lifted.
He was like
an ape with a mohawk. It's you're tapping into your DNA. You're just
fucking feel like a fucking man.
But that's I'm always curious, like why. Getting to the why of things, why people train, because I think it's a lot of times very similar for certain people, but it's kind of what they like, I guess, or what really inspires them, and it's kind of curious about that. Now, we just interrupted, or you just finished your workout, and
I just finished that.
And you've been doing some unique training for the past 2 years, 3 years now?
A little over 2 years now. Yeah.
And gymnastic strength training, or we call GST.
GST.
Why don't you give us for those people who don't know about, get a brief overview.
Yeah, well, GST, it was created by a national team coach named Coach Christopher Summer. It's, I don't know if you want me to...
Just got brief. Yeah, go. You can plug him. Yeah.
Gymnasticbodies.com.
Yeah, we'll put a link there. Yeah, I mean, we always look to help other people out.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was always doing heavy lifting, like low reps, and trying to just be as powerful as possible, and that wasn't really translating to, as much, I guess, endurance and the type of athleticism I wanted to display on the mat when I trained Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
I interject you really quick. Guys, if you're, not many people have trained in the world of training with odds, and you guys all have, and you can kind of attest to, you're what? You're about right around 200 pounds?
A little under, yeah.
Yeah, and even when you were lighter, you've always had this incredible, weird strength and power for your size, and kind of ferocious on the mat. And if you've never, I'm being a bigger guy, I outweigh you about 30, 40 pounds, and even when I fight you, it's like your strength is just fucking insane. Yeah. So it's gotten better since your GST.
I think GST took it to new heights for sure in ways that I wasn't really prepared for, and the beginning of GST is all, you're starting, wherever you are, you're starting with endurance holds most of the time. Most people get stuck there in the beginning because you're building your connective tissues, you're building this type of strength that most people don't focus on. Like 5 sets of 60 seconds of holding a hollow body position on your back, and your core is going to be on another level. So just things like that I wasn't ever really doing allowed me to have endurance through an entire hour of rolling, whereas, you know, before, although I was powerful, I might have petered out after petered out after one roll.
Petered out this morning.
Yeah, but there's something really cool to me, the same way Justin loves, you know, I love strongman too, but something really that speaks to me about being able to move my body in ways that I couldn't before. So when I hit a new height in gymnastic strength training, I can now move my body in a way that I never could before.
Yeah, I've seen some of the stuff you've been doing lately, and it's like, what the fuck? How is he even able to do that?
That's so cool.
Yeah,
it's like, you know, 6 months ago I couldn't move my body in this way, and now I can. I think that's just something there's so cool about that.
What, you know, I did GST for a little while, and I like to get, you know, kind of fix some issues, but what I like or respect about GST is that it is that dedication to the progression. Like, you have to really be like, you know, you have to just keep working the system. And I guess it's similar to like martial arts or jiu-jitsu, where it's just you're gonna do it over and over and over and over again.
Training doesn't always have to be fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes training is boring.
Not fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes training is boring and it just sucks, and you just get up and you do it anyway because you know that those long-term results are, you know, that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but it's not going to be this week, or it's not about how you feel this workout.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I found. It's a mindset shift. I was doing a lot of CrossFit stuff before, and I'm not knocking CrossFit because they introduced me to a lot of different things. And the whole fitness community in general. I'm not knocking them at all, but it was more about feeling good that day. Oh, I really smoked myself. Whoa, I feel, man, I worked really hard today. But it's not about that. It's that long-term consistency that breeds results.
Yeah, that's really good.
You got to be in love with the process.
The process, yes.
Of getting strong, whatever you're trying to do. You can't just focus on that long-term thing. You want to focus on that a little bit, but you got to win each day.
Right, win each day, makes enough each day, yeah. Pete, so I know that you've been asking a lot about the strength training and stuff like that. What kind of has interested you, or what makes you kind of want? Because you've been mostly a martial arts jiu-jitsu, obviously, guy, and I know you've done a little bit with Philippe, you know, and Paul at World's Gym.
Yep.
What inspired? Why do you want to do it? What kind of have you done it in a while? Kind of give me a little bit of overview. Help me out.
Well,
I'm speaking too much.
yeah. First of all, you know, I love jiu-jitsu, so everything stems from jiu-jitsu. And I just want to have a better functioning body for jiu-jitsu. So I don't have all the answers, and I tend to, you know, learn from people who know more than me. People who help me out, like Philippe Costa over at Soul Fighters, Brewster, World's Gym. Spent a lot of time with me, just, I don't know what you call it, Tabata stuff. But
Tabata, high intensity training.
And he really got me into the best shape of my life. So right now, you know, I feel a little sad and stuff because I don't train like I used to. You know, we're busy with this business, things like that. I have kids, you know, business, all that kind of stuff. So I see the guys train, and you know, I'm envious of them in a good way. I wish I could train more. But what I do is, right now, what I do for myself is I picked up some of the stuff I've seen Justin do. So when my kids are at wrestling practice, I have 2 hours of free time. I go in the back. It's kind of an industrial area with woods, and they have some giant tires. I bring a giant axe, and I hit the blunt end on the tires. I flip tires. I bring a TRX, which is easy to bring anywhere. Connect it to whatever, a tree or something. Tie a rope. They have some big stones. I pick them up. The back door of the place is open, so I try to do it out of sight because people think I'm a real weirdo. They think I'm crazy already because I'm 52. But they hear the banging, the noises.
You're grunting.
Yeah, I'm grunting.
When Pete works out, it's awesome.
A guy grunting in the woods.
But the thing is, what inspires me the most is, well, the body has a lot of stuff in it, and when you let it out, it comes out.
The body has a lot of stuff in it.
There you go.
Good point.
Yeah, it does, man.
Gotta let it out sometimes.
So you gotta let it out.
Bring it right back to this morning.
That's right.
We just came full circle.
So the thing is, so it's not necessarily working out in a gym, lifting weights like that. It could be some kettlebell stuff. sledgehammer, axe on a tire, picking up stones, throwing them, flipping tires, just like real man stuff, like you said before. But the most important thing that inspires me is I see results. So when I do it, I actually feel like my body's getting younger biologically. Might sound weird, but I believe that, and when I believe that, body kind of follows that lead, that thought process. So I don't care if anyone else believes it, I don't care if people laugh, it's all good. But the thing is, when I get on the mat, I fight to kill. And with no animosity, I respect my opponent, I like my
that's kind
opponent.
of a lot of our philosophy in this group is that, yeah.
But when it's over, it's all a great experience. But because I see results, I keep doing it. So
Nice.
I wish I had more time.
I like what you said there, like it makes you feel like a man, and that's
Yeah.
like kind of, earlier we were talking about the regular gym, it's like, I don't think anybody can feel like a real man there sometimes. Yeah, you may be lifting weights and you're doing heavy amount of stuff, and I guess like, if you're really, really strong, you're really like almost a powerlifting side, I guess that's kind of a little different, but I mean like kind of the general like,
Those people are few and far between.
feel like
usually
the
at those
general
places.
gym goers, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I can't imagine you feel like a man is doing bicep curls, bench press, and
Smith machine squats.
Smith machine squats. Like, don't do Smith machine squats. Please don't. You're gonna break your shit.
But what I find funny or ironic, and which I don't fully understand, and it's okay, is I could smash a guy on the mat who's physically stronger than me in a gym. And I'm well aware they could bench more than me, they tell me they do this, they do that, but somehow my body is stronger as it functions than...
We've had bodybuilder type guys come in before, and you lock up with them, and they're like, and they look big, they look intimidating, like, fuck, this guy's gonna be a beast. And you're like, oh,
You're not strong.
you're not strong. It's like you might be strong, like
You're strong in this range of motion.
Yeah.
in here,
You're not strong anywhere else.
Yeah.
And once you're off your track, well, and it's easy with jiu-jitsu to put off that linear track. Once you're off that linear track, it's just easy to kind of like say, oh, you're mine.
I've noticed that myself too when I started jiu-jitsu. I mean, I consider myself pretty strong, but
You're strong.
a lot of even rolling with smaller, like guys that weigh 100 pounds less than me, they're moving me wherever they want because I don't have the technique down too.
That's where technique comes into play.
I've gotten a lot better with my base and stuff. I think that was part of the problem too. Like my hips were too high, all that. They were able to sweep me or whatever very easily. But I can see what Pete is saying. It's the strength on the mat for jiu-jitsu is way different than like a bodybuilder kind of strength.
Well, jiu-jitsu strength is also very, like, it's big because like you're like, it's full body strength. You're using like, you're pushing, you're pulling, you're controlling, you're holding, and all the while trying to keep pressure and control of this situation. So it's really a full body weird strength. But you need kind of have a full body strength training, connective tissue, whatever training method to support that. But you also need jiu-jitsu to learn how to be strong in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, exactly.
How to apply that strength.
The technique helps you apply the strength that you have towards the jiu-jitsu.
The better you get, the less strength you even have to use. Which is the beauty
It
of it.
also seems, and I'm not a doctor like you are, Dr. Oz, but it seems like a lot of these guys who are really big and work out hard in the gym have a lot of injuries. Knock on wood, I don't have any major injuries, but this is messed up, that's messed up. I mean, that could be true for anyone working, doing our sport, but it just seems like people could do more damage lifting weights than they do on the mat. That makes sense.
That's been sometimes my problem.
I'll just briefly bring that back to gymnastic strength training. And when I started doing, I had the same thing. I plagued with injuries from years of different martial arts and things like that. And when I started doing that, I realized that I was now feeding my joints what they were asking for, and my connective tissues what they were asking for years, and I never gave it to them. Back issues went away, hip issues went away, and I think a lot of people, they focus so much on strength, not enough on mobility, that when those things are so out of whack, it leads to injuries.
And that system you mentioned, that's online. That's how you
I was going to
get it.
mention that too.
Yeah, well, I'll put a link. I'll put a link up.
Gymnasticbodies.com.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been doing the
You've been doing that now
GST
too, yeah?
lately too for I think like 2 months now, and I definitely noticed a huge difference in core strength and my hip and shoulder mobility and stability, especially shoulder stability from doing the handstand program, and the hip mobility stuff has just been spectacular.
So I think the combination of something like strongman and gymnastic strength training is the ultimate.
Yeah,
the absolute ultimate.
I'm feeling great doing it with the strongman stuff.
Is that
so.
similar in some ways to yoga or hot yoga? I was doing a little hot yoga, and they do a lot of core stuff.
Yes and no.
So could overlap?
Not really.
Okay.
Yoga has, a whole set of different poses that can make you very strong, but gymnastic strength training is very set progressions. I mean, gymnastics is like the Western yoga. It's been around for a very, very long time. It's the set progressions from, here, from A to Z to get you to inhuman feats of strength.
Yeah, so they're all based upon, so you could run from like doing a handstand, that. So there's a whole progression, and it's not like timed. It's like how if you're able to perform this task, you have to move on to the next progression. Yeah. And the ultimate goal would be doing a handstand or like a single leg squat or
mana.
So it's
if
kind
nobody
of
knows what that is, look that up. Mana, gymnastics mana. What's that?
So that's kind of like leveled up.
Yeah, there's levels. So once you master one level, you move on to the next. And that's what's great about it, because when I'm in the gym, I'm like, you know what? Today, I think I'm going to go crazy and just do something that I'm not ready for. In gymnastic strength training, you don't do that, and so you don't end up with these injuries.
Yeah. And he'll come very excited. He'll be like, "Oh, I mastered XYZ today, and I get to move on to the next level." And
and I've been on it for 8 months.
Yeah. And he's like, I finally got it. He goes, damn man, the fucking next progression is so hard. I said, were you working on the dragon flag or something else called? What do they call it?
We call it a body lever.
Body lever, yeah. And the Bruce Lee dragon flag, I call it dragon pole, I think he calls it, but incredible fucking ab.
That core strength, and I feel it, so it's
what was
awesome.
it? You mentioned mana something. What was that? M-A-N-N-A or?
Yeah, M-A-N-N-A. Look that up. I can't really describe it. It's ridiculous.
Indescribable.
It's ridiculous.
But he's doing it's really cool, body badass control. You're like fucking hey, man. You see a guy just drop into a handstand and just hold it there that's strength.
I mean, we just got done with the Olympics. If you watched any of the gymnastics stuff, your jaw just drops.
Yeah.
And that wasn't built over the course of several months. That was built over a lifetime of methodical progression. And it's just, they were just like us with incredible genetic potential, but methodical progression over the course of years.
But what you just said, that statement also applies to getting strong and working out. If people are watching, it's not a quick thing.
Right.
That's what goes back to
Nothing's quick.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
You think Justin got those pipes over the course of 6 months? Absolutely not.
And that's what I think a lot about. They go, let's go to the gym, and they do that for a little bit. And there's no real. They don't see an end. They don't have a goal. They're just doing it I just want to feel better, feel healthier. But they're not there's not enough for them. They need
entertainment. It's not supposed to be entertainment. It's
There's
that's Coach Summer's
There's
word.
not really
entertainment.
But you got fun in your training too. You know what I mean?
There's nothing wrong with having fun in
Yeah.
training.
But you have to enjoy the suck sometimes too. You have to know that what you're going through at that point in time may suck for whatever, half an hour, 45 minutes. But after that, it's like the building up, the progression of going through that and suffering. What we kind of talked about before, and building and building and building. That's when you start. Then you start having success.
Yeah. And just long
consistency
long-term,
is the
long-term
key. You got
consistency.
if you're doing a month on, 2 months, you just gotta
Fucking show up and
keep
train.
going. Whether you're sick or you're just
show
shitty,
up.
you feel like crap, just fucking show up and do it.
So many people go to the gym, they're looking for a quick fix.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
So
part of the problem with our society today. Is
Everything's quick fix. Microwave.
Every
Everything.
January we're signing up at the gym,
Yeah.
and then by the end of January they're done.
Yeah. If
So
they make it that far.
I just read this awesome book called The Compound Effect, and it applies to all aspects of life. It's a really good one, yeah. And one of the sections talks about momentum. So when you for example, when you miss a workout, you're not just missing that workout. You've now broken your momentum that you've been building up over weeks and weeks.
Absolutely.
And so you're missing however long it takes you now to build that momentum back up, plus the time of the workout that you missed. So it's just do anything at all costs. Try not to break the momentum. Always just show up, whether or not you can give your best effort that day.
Yeah.
Or what, just show up and be consistent.
I mean, you're not always gonna have great days.
No.
I mean, you have days where you suck, and you have days where you're just off, where you're not feeling good. But just like anything else, you just show up, do the work, you get what you can. You're not gonna be strong every fucking day, but as long as you're there working, and that's what's
Yeah, putting in the work.
Same in Jiu-Jitsu too.
Same everything.
Yeah, I'll see white belts come in and they're like, I really suck today. And it's like, good, you learned a lot today then. Just keep showing up. You'll have good and bad days. Just show up.
Which kind of brings it back to that's part of being that warrior. You know what I mean? You can't be a modern warrior, an old school warrior, or whatever, without you just can't show up one day and like, yep, that's it. I'm a fucking badass. And I worked out. I did some log today. I'm calling it a day.
Nobody's at
Fucking
100% all the time.
Exactly.
That's just it just doesn't work that way. But as people, we don't. I realize the days that I'm not at 100%, but I don't realize that when you're not at 100 or you're not at 100, I don't realize how you guys feel.
Right.
I'm just thinking about
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
And you got to get past that and you go, nope, everybody has a suck day.
Everybody has good and bad
Yeah,
days.
absolutely.
It's just another day. That's all.
And those things too is like I now I think of having a mind shift of like knowing that the suck is good. You know what I mean? Like I knowing that what I'm going through right now is good, and that I used to think the best days are the ones you didn't want to go to. The best days training are the ones you like. Yeah, I'll bring it back to the
Drag
shed.
your ass.
Like I remember we were at Sheehan Russell, the shed. It'd be middle of fucking winter. I'm on the couch. I don't want to go. I'm like dreading it. Ugh. And then you show up
just
there,
go.
and you're like, you have an incredible session. Because you kind of like you didn't break the cycle, whatever it was. Or he used to say too is like when training is getting boring, when you're hating me, when you're doing the same thing over and over again, when you're thinking about whatever else, we just want it to end. Like that's when the real shit is going on. Then it's like that's not even that. It's because there's a mind shift too that you need to happen. That's when those mind shifts happen. Like no, I can do this. I leveled up a little bit because I went through that thing. Whether it's just been walking in the door when I didn't want to. Or when I was just getting my fucking ass pummeled that day. I like that.
You beat resistance.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, resistance,
Yeah,
that force
resistance.
that's always trying to drag you down. You beat it that
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it starts again every morning trying to beat you down, and you got to beat it every day.
I can't tell you how many times I've gone to the gym and just felt like, walk in the door like, ugh.
Really don't want to do this.
Then you start training, and sometimes those are the best days.
Yeah.
And then that day goes into the week, and then the month, like you said, you build that momentum, and you just got to keep doing the work. That's all.
Yeah.
Just put the work. That's all you got to do.
So I'm kind of, I know about it, but I'm kind of curious to hear your thoughts on the Warrior Strong program because, so guys, what we're doing at Soul Fighters is something that kind of ties into what we're talking about. Is that having a program, having a coach, having someone who can help you kind of get to help. I think I'll back that up a little bit and start in the beginning. For strength training or in martial arts, I like having a mentor. I like having a teacher. I like having some coach, someone who can guide me through the process. Just like you're kind of doing with Gymnastics Bodies online, it's a very interactive, system portal that you have coaches, mentors, people who are working with you along the way. And when I was doing strength training, was training with Derek Pounce, I was like, I wanted to find someone who can coach and mentor me to get to the next level, just like a martial arts teacher. And that's something that when we opened a school, that's why I instilled here. Like I wanted to have someone or put people in place that, for Miga, myself back in the day, other strength coaches, that can give people guidance and help them get to the next level. Because sometimes it's like just showing up at the gym is the hardest part, especially when the workouts are boring, you don't know what to fucking do, you don't know anybody, you don't have someone to help you out. You're just like, okay, I'm here at the gym.
What do I do now?
Why is that dude wearing a headband and cut off shorts and
Flexing really hard in the mirror.
in the mirror?
That's me. I'm just kidding.
Damn it. So it's like you're like just don't. It's not a good environment, or it's not a good way for people to train. I think. But the other side of it is that okay, you don't want to work out in that environment. Where are you going to work out? The Jiu-Jitsu Strength Academy isn't everywhere, so I think a lot of people try to go to home training. All right, maybe have a partner or a buddy who want to train at home, but problem is there's like, well, I have no equipment. This shit costs money. I was just talking to one of my buddies who I work out every now and then to try to do some training at home. He's like, man, I want some dumbbells. Man, I want this. I want that. I want this. I'm like, that shit gets expensive after a while. So what Justin has been working on is kind of bridging all those together. We call it a Warrior Strong program, which involves like coaching, mentorship, as well as helping people, giving people low cost and fun solutions to the training. So I kind of let you kind of describe a little bit what the program.
It's kind of like the Jeet Kune Do method for the martial arts. I've taken all the stuff that I've learned over the years and continue to learn, and kind of taken the best stuff out of there and thrown away the stuff that doesn't work. A lot of it is the strongman stuff. A lot of stuff is easy to get. Stones, you don't have to have the the Atlas stones molds or anything. You can just find some stones out in your yard.
I mean
stones, logs. Sandbags are very easy to make.
You made sandbags like $20 or under.
It's stuff like that. A lot of body weight stuff. You can add weight to body weight stuff very easily. If you buy set of bands or something like that, you can add a lot of weight to the body weight stuff. We do a lot with the TRX straps or rings. Same idea, same concept. And it's just the way it's put together. You're gonna do like one main exercise, which will be like your main strength exercise.
For example.
For example, like say like a sandbag clean and press.
Okay.
So I like to do 5x5 usually on the main exercise. Sometimes I'll go a little higher reps depending on what we have available equipment wise. And then I like to do couplets. We do a lot of couplets. So one of the main things that I feel is very underutilized that people don't do nearly enough are loaded carries.
What do you mean by couplet?
So 2 exercises back to back. So say you have like sandbag carry and push-ups or something like that. So you go back and forth through those until you do the required number of sets on each one.
So you say 5x5, meaning you do it 5 times?
Well, that would be, yeah. So that would 5x5 would be 5 sets of 5.
All right.
So like most of the couplets that we do here are I usually like to do 4 sets. So say it's like sandbag carry push-ups, for example. So we'll do sandbag carry for 4 runs of 150 feet. So you do sandbag carry for 150 feet and then do 12 to 15 push-ups. And then go back to sandbag carry back and forth until you did 4 sets on both. So that's kind of what we do. And I like getting back to the carries. Strongman is huge for carries. That's one of the events that sucks to train because it sucks. But it's amazing as far as strength building and conditioning, especially front loaded carries, sandbag, stone, kegs, anything like that. I think it actually helps very much with jiu-jitsu as well. Because you're getting used to breathing with a weight on your chest.
Very much.
You know, if you're on the bottom in jiu-jitsu, somebody's putting pressure on you. You got to learn how to control your breathing with that
Keep
weight
that
pushing
tension
down on you.
Yeah, because you need that like intra-abdominal pressure to kind of
Absolutely.
brace against that, so thing doesn't beat you down. But you also got to control that. But that's
so
really
you
tough.
don't want to lose your breath on that. But like you said, you want to be strong in that position too. So usually I do between 2 and 3 couplets back and forth. Usually I try to do a carry and either a push or a pull. So upper body push or pull. And then usually to finish off, we do some kind of high intensity conditioning style HIT or HIIT workout, like battle ropes or sledgehammers, stuff like that. Like more high intensity stuff for like a little conditioning at the end after the strength stuff is done.
So I mean, what would be the goal of someone who was looking to do a Warrior Strong program?
The main goal I think would be. Most of the people that we have from here that do it their main focus is jiu-jitsu. So it's like a supplemental strength
that's not
program.
true. I think you're seeing a lot more people do it.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
When we first started, it was more of like jiu-jitsu people coming to try to.
But obviously, like TJ, Evan, TJ's been doing them Derek. All the time,
I
mean, not Derek,
Devin,
some of the new guys.
Both of them have been doing very well too. It's quick too. I think that's what a lot of people like. Usually they're under 60 minutes if you go through it in a good pace.
When I was doing
Zach freaking does them in like 25 fucking minutes.
Well,
he's an idiot.
But.
So basically, it's like a strength and endurance kind of program that you're going to get really good results strength-wise and also conditioning, and you're going to get in and out in a decent amount of time. If it takes you more than an hour, you're not moving fast enough through it.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Cool. Yeah, I really do like that program. It's a shameless plug, guys. It will be online within a week or so.
Yeah,
or less.
hopefully. Yeah.
So we've been working
definitely
hard.
by the end of the month.
Yeah, we've been working hard on this program because it's something. Again, we believe that men need to be strong, warriors need to be strong. Hence, Warrior Strong. Yeah. And women too, right?
Absolutely.
Jessie, our badass warrior.
Oh, she's. She's probably. She's like my little pet project.
Yeah.
I love training with her. She's hilarious. She always has the best socks too. I always tell her she has the best sock game back here.
JSA Joe had the best socks for a little while.
Yeah, she blew him out of the water. But she works her fucking ass off too back here. She's
guys, if you don't know, we're talking about a girl named Jessie Swanson, who is one of the most badass jiu-jitsu girls, or badass girls in general I've ever met.
Yeah.
One of the most dedicated to training. Just really, I've always been really impressed by Jessie.
Yeah, but don't give the wrong impression. She's so nice and sweet.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's the nicest person on earth.
She'll apologize for kicking her ass. I'm sorry. Jessie, stop saying I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She is a sweetheart. But when she's on the mat, she's impressive to watch. Yeah. So if you guys get a chance, Google Jessie Swanson. Awesome.
Yeah, I rolled with her. I think I've only rolled with her once, but she only tapped me out once, so I was very happy with that. Even though she's like 100 pounds less than me.
Yeah.
At least 150 pounds probably.
Yeah, 150 at least.
Yeah, so if you guys check out the Warrior Strong Pro we're putting out soon. But yeah, I think we'll kind of close it out right there. Any last thoughts, Oz?
What was it Socrates that said? It's a tragedy for any human not to know the capabilities of their body.
I know exactly. I've read it before,
I'm
but
butchering the quote, but that's the gist of it. And just
I like that.
Just do more.
Yeah.
Just do more.
Just
Think less.
put in the work. Just be consistent.
Let's do more.
Put in the work whether you want to, whether you feel like it or not.
Consistent.
Just fucking put in the work, and you'll get to where you want to go.
Yeah.
Socrates also said, form is nothing. Sorry. Form isn't everything, but without it, you have nothing.
I like that too.
I like that
That's
too.
nice.
Yeah, some good Socrates shit right now.
That was...
Pete, drop me a quote.
Let's go have some hemlock, boys.
And that's a wrap.
All right.
Smoking it or drinking it?
We're done, right?
The hemlock.
I know. We're done. We're done.
Yeah, okay, we're done.
This went on far too long.